Hi, guys. We are back with Torta season by Bryn Weaver. We just read chapters, I believe it's 11 to 21, but Bryn likes to name her chapters instead of number them. So we read through Windward. I believe Avast was the last chapter we finished. And we read through Windward for this section. So we are about to chat about as much of it as we can. We are going to spoil so many things for you. So if you have not read up through Windward, don't spoil it. Honestly, I will say this book, I am absolutely loving it. Go read it. Do not spoil yourself. As a softball, just in case someone is scrabbling to turn our dulcet tones off of their headphones, can someone start in with their favorite scene or moment from this section? Like, did anything in particular stand out and just like grip your heart and not let go? And you can only pick one.
I need to find what I highlighted.
I don't have my book in front of me, so I don't have what I had either.
Brooke, you seem to have one. Do you have one?
I will go. I will go. And this almost has nothing to do, I mean, it does have something to do with Nolan and Harper, but my absolute favorite moment was the show that they went to go see, the Beauty and the Beast show, when Arthur adorably is like, I saw you holding hands with that tall drink of water. I'm just like, Arthur, like just him being so sweet and so like meddling and prying. Like on the one hand, it just made my heart soar because of like the yes, like Harper and Nolan do have feelings for each other and I love it too. And just but also like the dad in him that was just like, be
Do I
safe,
need
but
to
like
cut off his hands?
right. Do I need to cut off his hands? And I was just like, oh my goodness. Just that moment just like really stuck with me because Arthur is like my third favorite character. Like Morpheus is on a different level. So I'm just gonna say, like Arthur, I love his relationship with Harper so much and Lucas and everything. And just that moment with him was like, it is staying in my heart.
Did it not dim your love of Morpheus when he started picking flesh off of the body itself? Like, that gave
Nope.
me a little bit of an ick.
Nah.
He's just burden. He's doing what birds do.
Yeah, he's burdened. Caw,
Pretty
caw.
much.
He's helping. Jamie, did you think of something?
Oh. When they were holding hands, that was really sweet.
In the movie or
Yeah.
the
The
play.
show. Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it was
I
fun when she drugged him with mushrooms.
That was
Oh, was that the
hilarious.
section?
Yep.
That was funny. And he was just like wigging out.
Why is
I feel
she
like
glowing?
Why?
I
Yeah.
did anyone else wonder like did she really think through this? Because I don't know, in every situation I've ever been in where someone is too inebriated in any way, they become your problem. Like unless you're someone who doesn't care at all and you're okay for them to like go mess up their life or somebody else's, spoiler alert, not me. You always end up being a babysitter. So I'm just like, what was she thinking was going to happen? Because she just ended up having to be like, come back to my house, like, put your clothes in the wash, like, stop
Sleep
weirdly
on the
saying all of your
couch.
inner thoughts out loud. Yeah, sleep on the couch. I mean, it ended just fine, but I'm just saying at the beginning, like, what was she thinking? Yeah. Speaking of that, I want to see more of Maya, and I don't know if we will. I don't know if she's like too much of a tertiary character, but I'm so intrigued by this woman that like owns her own apothecary shop and makes like magic mushroom fake blood to put in things. I'm so intrigued and I want to know more.
Isn't it labeled as edible too? It's edible glitter fake blood that has mushrooms in it,
Mhm.
but isn't labeled as maybe it's labeled as having mushrooms in it, but it didn't
It
seem like it was.
It definitely is because there's one line where Harper's like, I'm turning and putting my hand over the warning label so he can't see it. And so it definitely is clearly labeled that you should approach with caution. Yeah. But still. I feel like I could talk about almost every scene in this section as one of my favorite moments, so I'm not going to do that. And I need to jump right into my anxieties because that's the next thing is like, oh my goodness, this story is so cute and I'm loving it so much, but what is going on with Sam and Yates and this low tide shit? Guys, what is the low tide going to reveal? Tell me.
Did anyone catch that it was mentioned a camper van?
The camper van in the social media like grainy black and white post. But okay, so here's where I'm confused, Jamie, because I think are you also thinking it's the camper van that was Harper's in the past?
Yes, like her real identity. Yes.
Right.
Because
So,
she had mentioned that like she had did the van life with Adam.
yep.
Yeah. And
But
it sounded like they were some type of like influencer because she mentioned like followers. So maybe they
uh,
were like YouTubers or something like
oh
that.
yeah, for sure. But I guess I'm confused about like where everything is taking place because in my understanding, Harper and Adam, what happened to them happened in the South. And the camper van probably got disposed of in the South. So why are we looking at hides for up by Cape Carnage? Or is it that Harper like ditched the van in or around Cape Carnage? Because I think the thing that I don't know is where did the car crash happen that Harper and Nolan and Billy were a part of? Was it close to Cape Carnage?
I
Does
don't
your book come with a
know.
map? Is it on there?
I don't think it's on the map, but you know what? I'll take a quick look.
But yeah, you're right. I have no idea.
I did not pick up the camper van. I was just like, oh, they're mentioning a camper van because she did van life. But like, I my I guess if it is the van, it would have been that she dumped it. But it doesn't seem like that would be that important because Sam knows who she is now.
Yeah, there's nothing on the map that would suggest that. So I guess that's where I'm confused and I can't tell. But I also thought the same thing, Jamie, that it seems like Sam is on the trail of Harper and her previous life, and that the camper is probably what is going to be revealed at low tide. But you would think that it has been revealed before. So maybe he's gonna go like take a ship out to go get it. Like maybe it's not so revealing that people can see it every time it's like an extreme low tide. But then
Yeah.
my other confusion is why is he saying like Arthur's going to be surprised? It's like it has something to do with Arthur.
Mm-hmm.
That's I was like, does he? Because I didn't notice the camper van thing. So in my head, I was like, are there more bodies hidden at sea? But that it doesn't feel like low tide would like consistently reveal the bodies because that's the whole thing with the ocean is that bodies would move unless it's chained. But even then, you would have thought someone would have seen that at some point.
Right. I think I'm just confused about if it's Harper's camper van, how it connects to Arthur in Sam's mind.
Yeah. I wonder because he's a sleuther. Sleuth. I don't know what they're called, but
Sleuth Seeker, I think. Sleuth
yeah,
something. Yeah.
one of those. I wonder if he's following a trail with like Harvey Mead, like that serial killer.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
and he
that's how.
clearly he was bugging Harper before, like in
Yeah,
her before she became Harper because she knew of him. So yeah, I think that that's totally possible, but I don't think he knew that she was there in Cape Carnage before now.
yeah. I don't know how the timelines intersect.
Yeah. I'm really hoping that it's a situation where Nolan is now going to share this information with Harper in enough time to do something about it, or like both be getting to like the scene of the crime at the same time kind of thing. But I'm definitely worried. I have some anxiety.
I do think Sam's reaching a point where he might have to die. Because at first I was like, oh, he's
Oh,
gonna die, and then it was like, oh, he can't die because of all these reasons. But now it's like he's become too problematic.
I do wonder if there's going to be some sort of interesting and cool way that they throw him off the trail and make him leave. Like if they can find something in his past to get him locked up or something along those lines to like get him out of their hair. But does anyone think that there's something else like going on with Sam? Like is he everything that he seems on the surface? Because he just seems like extra evil to me, but I guess I can understand that him just being like super obsessed with the whole sleuth seekers thing could be the whole deal. But like, is he evil? And is that how we find out like his truly evil past and then we feel okay killing him or getting him locked up?
Yeah, he doesn't really give off the evil vibes. That's why how I feel about Yates too. Like I'm kind of conflicted because like
Mm,
Yates is law enforcement. Like of course I want law enforcement to do their job, but at the same time I
right.
don't want him to like jeopardize Harper's plan and like with Arthur too. So it's
I
I don't know. It's conflicting.
I feel like with Yates, they kept describing him as incompetent. They're like, we have to protect Cape Carnage. Like the cops aren't going to do anything. And all the scenes we've gotten of Yates are like him being relatively on the money in terms of who to be sus about.
I keep hoping, and I don't know if it's just me being optimistic or like knowing that a Bryn Weaver book is usually like fairly lighthearted in nature, which is surprising to say because it's about serial killers and death. But I feel like I keep hoping that Yates is actually like picking into Nolan because he's trying to protect Harper and Arthur. And I don't know if like Harper and Arthur know that Yates knows, or if it's one of those situations where it's like, we think we're hiding that we're like the serial killer vigilantes of the town, but like secretly most of the town knows kind of thing. Because it did also strike me as interesting that Harper has this opinion of Yates, but he's very intuitive about everything, like spookily so.
Do you think that, or Nolan's just a really bad liar?
Like, wait, what Nolan lying about?
So when they ran into each other at the inn,
Oh, like you think
and
that Nolan's just not good at like having a poker face, so it's easy for
yeah,
Yates. I mean, Nolan seemed pretty good at obfuscation, in my opinion.
I mean, it was
No,
two occasions where he was pretty bad at it. One when he was talking with Sam and saying that he got the mountain bike injury, and then lying about who supplied that mountain bike.
that's true. Yeah, so maybe Yates is just fumbling and Nolan isn't good at hiding things. So do you guys think that Yates is also going to be a problem?
Possibly. Because it kind of seemed, the way this chapter ended, it seems like maybe Yates and Sam are working together.
Mm, okay. Then we have to get rid of Yates too, because I don't see a world in which this book ends and Cape Carnage isn't like the happy place that Nolan and Harper can like be forever. That I would be so sad if that wasn't the case.
But also, Harper and Nolan are doing a really great job of setting it up where they're going to be caught soon. Like, Harper very much hid evidence of who she was for Sam to find to try and throw Sam off the case of Arthur. And now Sam very much knows who she is. And she was like, darn, that didn't work how I expected. And it was like, well, it's not that much of a stretch that it's kind of a weird coincidence for it to just show up anonymously.
Yeah, I do keep wondering if this is going to end with Harper like throwing herself under the bus and like taking the limelight again to be a smokescreen for Arthur.
Oh yeah, I could see her doing that. 'Cause I keep
Yeah.
wondering when is she gonna tell Nolan?
Well, and that's another interesting thought because I keep screaming at my book through this whole section. Why won't you just tell him? Like I get that
Yes.
she also sort of left him and his brother to die, so she's got that part of it, but it's like no matter what your part was in it, it's not worse than what he thinks it is. But then there's the whole part of Arthur tells her, you can't tell your secret. What is up with that? Like,
Why?
is Arthur just protecting her, or is there something more to it that we don't realize?
Well, it sounded like there was a little bit more to it because he says that you can't tell your secret because, like, someone found out my secret and it, like, ruined my life. So it seems like there's a backstory with Arthur being afraid of people finding out about. And it has to tie back to his daughter dying, I would think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and maybe that's it. Maybe it's like the like dark cloud that's hung over Arthur's head his whole life, like since Poppy was murdered, of maybe like people treating him differently or like, tiptoeing around him kind of thing. So maybe that's what he meant. Just, you've sort of like put that behind you. So if you step out into the limelight now, everyone's gonna treat you as like that girl whose boyfriend got serial killer murdered.
Well, I don't know. I feel like I was interpreting it more as people like I feel like it all ties back to LaPlume. So it seems like somehow LaPlume found out that Arthur was also killing people or found out something about Arthur and then killed his daughter. So then he's just really wary of everyone now.
Yeah. Does anyone have a better idea of the Arthur and LaPlume relationship? Because my only idea at this point is that LaPlume, like Arthur killed someone that LaPlume like loved, or that it was like a competition type thing, and LaPlume felt like Arthur was stepping on his toes. But is there a world at all in which Arthur is LaPlume still, like despite what's been said, and that like LaPlume has a bad reputation, but is actually Arthur?
I don't think it's
But
him.
No.
I don't think so
Plus,
either.
we never got confirmation, right, that he's no longer present, LaPlume.
I think like words sort of like I got rid of him have been
Mhm.
said, but not specifically
Yeah,
like I murdered him dead and chucked him into the ocean.
right. So it's
Yeah.
possible he's still alive.
I think there's a possibility. And that's why I'm like, there's no way Sam is LaPlume because I don't think the ages line up. But
Hmm. Maybe
is Sam
No.
Sam.
like ah, just like living in Cape Carnage also?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens with Sam.
Yeah, there are so many great mysteries in this that I absolutely love. Um, Another thing that I keep wondering is all of these bodies that they're exhuming, do we think that they're all Arthur's? Is there a possibility that some of them are LaPlume's?
I
But
think there are others
she
because they're in his book.
Yeah.
but is it possible that part of the book is LaPlume's? Like, did Arthur take his book and then like continue it?
I don't think
I
so,
don't
but I don't know. I feel like we still have a lot of questions for only having less than a third of the book left. Also, we
Right.
haven't gotten to how hamburgers are triggering yet, and that's making me really worried.
I forgot about that.
Hamburgers are definitely just human meat patties, for sure.
Who's eating them?
I'm
Sam.
worried that it's the whole town during the carnival, like barbecue that's probably going to happen later.
Oh gosh.
I don't know.
Yeah. Or like that almost happens, and then Harper and Nolan make sure that it doesn't because that would be awful for everyone involved. Um, but okay, so even if all of the bodies are Arthur's that we're exhuming, where is Harper putting the remains? She
Great
keeps not
question.
allowing herself to be driven home. Where does she go with these bags of bones?
The only place I can think of is like back to her garden, because that's what she does with her victims.
But she can't just have piles of bone chips like in her garden because it's just bones at this point. So what she just
Oh, wood
putting bone
chipper.
chips on top? What?
I said with the wood chipper. Or sorry, Cookie Monster.
Cookie
Yeah, but
Monster.
then the bone chips still exist.
It's not like they wouldn't exist with a full body either, but I see what you mean, that it's a lot of bone shards to dispose of at one point. in time.
Like, maybe she could throw them into the ocean, I guess? If she, like, bone shards them and bank on people not noticing if they come in. Um,
I think it is
but
definitely possible.
there's a lot of bodies, and last time we were talking about whether or not everyone could possibly deserve to die. Hot take, Mick, whatever his name is, bad guy, should probably go to jail for assault. Torture seemed a bit like seemed a bit far. Like, she's just really killing a guy because she wants to kill a guy.
I don't think that was. Well, I mean, that's not how I interpreted. I think like emotions were really high. She just came from the hospital, and like losing Arthur was the real fear for her. And then seeing that and just the trauma from her past, it gave using this as like a way to get Sam off her back by using this bad guy that she thinks is super bad. And I think she's just desperate too. And like Nolan noticed like something was wrong. Like she's not like this reckless. She thinks about her plans before it happens.
He did also mention that there were like other really bad things in his past. She just like didn't go into detail. So I hear you, Elena, and I'm not arguing with your thought for sure because I do think that it was a very hasty decision to make and propelled by a lot of other emotions. Um, but definitely like what he did in the hospital was not okay at all. And I'm reading into it that she did some research on his background, found out that he was just like a really bad guy and was like, this dude need to go.
I don't think she did. Literally, he threw that fit in the hospital, and like you see her make up her mind, like, this guy's gotta go. And I'm just not convinced she actually did background research. I think she's saying, like, oh, you can just tell he's a bad guy. Which it's like, okay, sure. I just think we're stretching what, like, objective. Like, maybe it's just because in a lot of the other books, they're killing other serial killers, and it's like, okay, yeah, like, clearly, like, dead. Versus this guy is just, like, misguided and under the influence of things he shouldn't be.
I'm gonna hope that she looked into his past and saw that there was more because I do agree with you that it was a lot for if that was his only transgression. It's like
Mm-hmm.
if he just like made a bad choice and got super blackout drunk and like didn't realize what he was doing. We don't want to murder him for that.
And, like, outside of murder, like, full on torture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was extreme.
Yeah, we found that lawn aerator.
Yeah.
Two of them. All right. All seriousness aside, it was hilarious when Nolan shows up and is like, Harper, what's that? And she's like, a lawn aerator. And he was like, no, that. And she was like, another like lawn aerator. And he was like, no, like the guy, the guy,
The
Harper,
man. The man in pieces.
the man that you're murdering right now that is got lawn aerator spikes in him. Hilarious. Hilarious. Um, I
I
hear
like that we
you.
got like a touch him and die, but it's yeah, touch him and die. We got that exactly. Because
I
most of the time in
loved
the books that
that.
we read, yeah, it's always, the female.
Yep. Sean McMillan was going for her man, and
Mhm.
she embedded an axe in his neck. The end.
That was your art. We found your art moment.
It was. I don't think I've shown this in an episode, so now if you're watching, you can see.
Oh, the art, yes.
Brooke was good and pre-ordered the book.
I did. It's so pretty.
They don't show the dead body in the art.
No, they don't. Just
I love that she's
them.
got a bow. So
And
cute.
Morpheus. She's so cute. She's adorable.
I
Love
need like a
Harper.
visual of her outfit when they went to see the show.
Yeah, it sounded
It sounds
adorable.
cute. Yeah,
Yeah,
I want to
like
see
cute punk. Yeah. Maybe someone's made fan art for it by now.
hmm
There's some awesome artists out there that have probably made full art for us in the last couple of weeks. I'm just too afraid to look just yet. Yeah. Any other things that you guys thought of that you wanted to discuss?
Do you think Irene and Arthur will go on a date?
I really hope so.
That'd be cute.
Be cute. Yeah.
I've gotten to the point where I'm really hoping that Arthur does not exit this mortal plane by the end of this book. Like, I'm hoping that he continues to be a character in the next books. And like, I have no idea what's coming in this trilogy. Like, I think that the second one has been written, but like, it's not out yet. So I don't know if it will follow a similar pattern to Ruinous Love trilogy, since we can't say anything. Like, I don't know. I don't know if they'll stay in Cape Carnage. I don't know if it will follow Nolan and Harper, somebody different. I have no idea, but I'd like to know that Arthur's like doing well and like living his best life for as long as he possibly can.
That made me so worried.
Yeah.
But that does make me think of the. I am more convinced than ever if the next book is about Lucas, he is a secret serial killer. He was just like casually away doing something on it, like unknown, just like on a business trip. Suspicious.
Bro is definitely killing people.
That's what I'm saying.
For sure. I haven't put eyes on a possible like third POV person yet. I don't know if like Maya's waiting in the wings and she's gonna like become more of a character later. But we have to get Lucas. We have to get a Lucas POV at some point. Bryn, give us Lucas right now. I guess the only other thing to talk about is like theories for what the end of this book is gonna hold. Like any
Hamburgers.
hamburgers, definitely some gross hamburgers. The soapbox race, like any predictions on how that's gonna go poorly wrong?
Badly.
Yeah,
Very
oh yeah.
badly.
I
It's
just
just
keep
gonna fall
picturing,
apart, right?
well, I mean, but that seems bland, Elena. What about if we had to hide a real body in the soapbox and everyone thinks it's fake and like people are poking it and being like, that's so lifelike.
Also, are we gonna get the garden competition at the end of this? When does the garden
I
competition
was
happen?
just thinking that. Like, is she gonna sculpt some beavers?
So
Topiary.
cute. Oh my
I
goodness.
want her to win. I want them to beat those. What are those? Like those high society ladies or something? I
The
forget.
Garden Society.
Yeah.
Do you guys' town not have a garden society?
Not
Do
that I
you?
am aware of.
You gotta come live out in the middle of nowhere with me.
Do you have a garden?
Absolutely. There's a garden society. Elena?
Do they
Wow.
compete with their gardens?
I don't know because I'm not a part of it, but they do host multiple events throughout the year that are really very cute. I just know that
Aw.
we have one. Um, I also want to see the topiary. I thought that was hilarious when she was like, "How am I supposed to make a moose?" And he was like, "Practice on your own plants." Arthur, I love him. Do we think that Harper and Nolan stay in Cape Carnage? Like, are they safe at the end of this?
I think they leave.
I think they stay.
That means you're tiebreaker.
Oh, I definitely think they stay. I think the reason that I think that they stay is purely based off of contextual evidence. Like, while Bryn's books are dark, they are also like romantic comedies at the same time. And I just feel like everything that we get in this book is like how invested Harper is in this town and how like she is going to be its protector when Arthur's no longer here, and like how much she loves everybody, but also just like the fact that it's called the Seasons of Carnage trilogy. So I feel
Okay.
like the next two books are probably also in Carnage. And if Harper and Nolan aren't in Carnage, I don't know if I want to be in Carnage. So I think they're going to be there at the end.
I just don't see how they make it out of the current situation still in Carnage with Sam and Yates kind of circling them as they're trying to exhume. How many bodies do they have left? Like at least half.
I know that they're down to like they have to exhume one a night because they needed like 0.67 bodies per night
And they've
originally.
wasted a couple nights.
Yes, so they've caught up to like it's a body a night now, and they said they're gonna exhume two in the next night to catch up. Um, my personal theories are Yates is actually a good guy, and he is fully okay with what Harper and Arthur are doing, and that Sam either dies in a believable manner that his like cronies will not come looking for them, or he gets thrown in jail. So they're not worried about him climbing up their tree anymore.
For Yates, do you think like he knows what's going on with Arthur and Harper, or do you think that like, he's not quite there yet? Like, and this is, it's gonna fly.
My my guess, because I do think that in all the scenes we've seen of Yates, he is very on the nose. And I don't think in every situation it's because Nolan is like bad at lying. I think that my guess, and this is like using very few clues, but my hope is that Yates knows exactly what Harper and Arthur are up to and is okay with it because they are dispatching people that are bad, and they're doing his job for him so he can just like chill and like do the lower level stuff instead. I think that he is looking out for them because that's the other vibe that we have gotten a lot in like the last few chapters is the like hurt Harper and die. Like he even said that. He was like,
Mm.
make sure you treat her nicely. So I think it would be the cute rom-com part at the end if we learned that Yates was like, yeah, no, I don't know about any serial killers in the area. Like, y'all have a nice day. And they're like, okay, bud.
Maybe. I can
I can
also
see
see a
that.
situation where they leave Carnage because Carnage doesn't really need her. Like she's like, oh, I need to protect Carnage, but like everyone she's killed has been like mid at best. Like the town would make by when they left.
Yeah,
And there have been a couple that have been like okay, but like the most recent one and some of the other ones she's described.
yeah,
Like I just don't think
that's
know if
fair.
it's as integral to protect the town as she's making it. Like I think part of her protecting the town is just like her needing a purpose right now.
Mm,
And
yeah,
I
and she
think
needs
she
to
is
just like
kind
go
of
live her
growing
life.
past. Yeah.
Yeah. I know that they'll end up together. And that's really the biggest thing that I care about is that they have like a happily ever after and it all works out for the two of them because they're so cute. They're so cute. And I don't think we said enough about the two of them, but like all the gifts he keeps giving her and like the ways that he keeps showing that he cares about her. Oh, my heart.
That they keep
No, it's
like
all fake
fighting it. It's all
for
fake.
the scrapbook.
There was so much like the red thread or like fate like tying them together like it was fate. Like there was a lot of language in that.
Yeah, it
I
was like a
almost took a
fantasy
double
fated
take.
maid
Yes.
situation.
I was
Yeah.
like, am I reading a fantasy book right now?
Yeah, no. I mean, other than the fact that there's no way that this shit happens in real life. No, you're not reading a fantasy book.
I mean, I like
You
it.
don't you don't know what the secret lives of serial killers are like.
That's fair.
They just feel
I
they feel like an invisible string or a chain or a thread connected to this person.
yeah. I feel like their relationship has been like very believably paced for me, which I really enjoy. Like their growth together and like in and of themselves. I feel like the only thing for me is I don't know how Nolan isn't warring more with the fact that he is like starting to date his brother's killer. Like I don't know how he's getting over that, really, me personally. And I would like to see more of the I now know her as a person and I know she made a mistake and like I can come to terms with the fact that that was like one thing that she did in her life that like doesn't define who she is as a person.
Interesting that that's what you want. What I've been wanting is I've wanted him to be like, this can't be her. Like my memory isn't like this isn't the girl I remember. Like it's
Yeah.
maybe it's the girl in the pictures, but like I just and he has like a couple moments where he's like, how can this girl that cares so much have been the one that left us there? Like he's got it like once or twice. I just like find myself wanting more of him realizing it's not her.
Hmm. Well, I think too, like she is partially to blame for what happened.
Mhm.
Like she had an opportunity to do something potentially and she didn't. So there's that part of it.
She just got to the real Harper first before he did.
Right. Killed her dead.
R.I.P.
I will say that another thing that I really like about this book, and not to spoil anything from Ruinous Love Trilogy, but I feel like this is the first book where I feel like there are real consequences for the murders. Like, I feel like throughout Bryn's four books, we've gotten more and more realistic consequences for murdering people, and I like it. Like, I like the thriller aspect of the will they get caught or not. It just feels more realistic to me in a totally unrealistic, like, book plot. I'm not worried about them getting caught, but I can worry a little
Yeah.
bit.
Is there a point where we can start spoiling Butcher and Blackbird? Because it became more spoilery in this section than it was in the previous section.
Yeah, I guess I we can like warn people that Elena has something that she wants to say that is very spoilery for Butcher and Blackbird. So if you have not read the Ruinous Love trilogy, we will say goodbye to you now. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going to finish the book in the next episode. So come back here. We'll keep everything spoiler free for you, but go read Butcher and Blackbird, please. That's your homework. If you like this book, you'll love that one. Elena, what do you want to say specifically about Butcher and Blackbird?
Well, just that we got the full scene. Well, not the full scene, but like a lot more of the scene from her perspective of what happened. And like, I don't think we had known that they got towed. Also, I
Like
think
how
before, like
they,
we were
yeah.
pretty sure it was Autumn, but it was 100,000% confirmed that she's Autumn.
Yeah, it came right out and was like, it was Autumn, like my name was Autumn, and I or did it actually say that her name
Her
was
name
Autumn
was
in the past?
no.
No,
Her
it still
name still
hasn't.
hasn't
Oh,
been revealed. Yeah.
okay.
But but she was like, yeah, when I was like trapped in a basement with Sloane Sutherland, and like she is my hero and her now husband Rowan, and I was like, oh, wow,
She's been
wow.
stalking them.
She's been
Oh,
stalking them. Yeah.
well, and I mean, that is kind of evident. And I don't think she's been like stalking them, but like she's definitely been keeping tabs on them, which is evident at the
Mhm.
end of Scythe and Sparrow.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, it came like right out and said it. So I'll be interested to chat with people that read this first, because we definitely have a few people in our fable who are reading
Yeah.
this first, and then hopefully gonna go read the Ruinous Love trilogy. So I'll be interested to see if there's like a moment where Sloane and Rowan get to Harvey Mead's house and she's like saving Autumn and they're like, it's Autumn. Or if they'll like at the beginning of Butcher and Blackbird be like, wait a minute, these names sound familiar. Yeah, I don't know. But it did come right out and say it. So for sure, it is her. Yeah. Anything else? Butcher and Blackbird, Ruinous Love Trilogy specific?
I don't think so. I was just excited that we got a little bit more of
Yeah.
that backstory. And it does not Butcher and Blackbird related, but it does seem like she might have just changed her identity to get away from the infamy of being a survivor.
I do think so. I don't think there was
Mhm.
anything else that she did it for because her first kill was Harper.
Which brings us back to the beginning. Why is it such a big secret that she can't tell Nolan
Well, right. And
if that's the case?
I have to assume at this point that it's just that Arthur knows what that life is like and doesn't want it for her. So he's basically telling her, like, don't do anything to save me, like, live your life and be happy. But maybe there's more. I don't know. But we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. We're gonna read the end of this book. We're gonna come back here and talk about all of it. So by the time we see each other next, we will know how this book ends. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. So go and finish Taurus season, and we will meet back here and chat about all of it. Thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode. We will see you later. Bye.